Yeah, so that first bit, what you just saw, was me admiring myself. I'm proud of the progress that I've made. I used to wear extra large t-shirts, but now I'm able to actually fit into a large and hopefully down to a medium. Yeah, a very good friend of mine, an older friend of mine, Pastor Ovi. Funny enough, I've never met him, but we've been communicating for years. We met online, and he's a photographer, also an amazing photographer. And anyway, Pastor, I need you to start taking pictures again. It's been a while. In the comment section, he left a comment saying that I should speak about my experience with taking pictures of kings or the opportunity that I got. Probably go into depth, so I'll try and make this as um, is it compact or concise or as short as possible. So my friend Fatima invited me to Kano to come and take pictures for her brother's wedding. So I think it was on the third or fourth day that she's like, okay, the bride needs to go and see the emir, like a courtesy visit. And I was like, which emir? And she was like, the Emir of Kano. I was like, wait, what? She's like, yeah. I was like, wait, the Emir of Kano? And she was like, yeah. Okay. So I was like, okay, exciting. Let's go. So I remember I had the 70 to 200 and the 35 mm. So when we got into the palace, I remember I was in awe of the architecture and everything. So I took this picture, and that was when I got down from the car. I took this picture, and I remember the palace guards and most people there staring at me. That was this guy doing? Because I went down on the floor. I was lying down on the floor because I just wanted a different angle. I was like, I don't know why it came to me at that time, but like I said, when you let the spirit lead you and your creativity, you get amazing shots. So I laid down on the floor, 35 mm, and I captured this image that you're seeing on the screen. And I remember we were all standing outside, and it was like, I think, aside the palace guards and some other visitors, I was like the only guy there, because it was like the bride and her aunties, cousins, everything, but the females in the family wanted to go and pay a courtesy visit to the emir. So we were waiting outside because I think he stepped out, and when he was coming back in, I remember, was it white Rolls Royce if I'm not mistaken, but I saw his convoy coming in, and I was in awe, and I was looking like, oh, real life king. And I kind of missed out at that moment that I was supposed to bow my head down, because everyone else was like bowing their head down. Everybody had their head down like this, and I was just staring straight at him until an older man just came and tapped the back of my head. I was like, just looked at like, why are you hitting my head? And he said something in Hausa to me, which I assume at this moment meant bow your head. So I just bowed my head down. I was like, now wow, why did he hit my head? I didn't know now. I'm new here. So for me, that was just one of the things I like. Okay, culture. Like, okay, I'm learning a lot, but little did I know that I actually had a lot to learn that day. So when he went into his palace and everything, and my friend Fatima now told me, okay, I think it's time for us to go in and everything. But as we're getting ready to go in and everything, I was told, okay, you're supposed to take off your shoes. That was what someone from the palace said, and I was like, wait, what? He said, yeah, you don't wear your shoes into the palace. And I was like, yeah, right. And the guy was like, seriously, take off your shoes. I was like, oh, okay. I took off my shoes. So when we were getting ready to walk in, one of the palace guards gestured to me, because he was speaking in Hausa, but I understood from his gesture that I should take off my glasses, because my glasses were photochromic lenses, but because I was out in the sun, had turned dark. So he assumed I was wearing, what's it called? Sunglasses. which he felt, I think it would be disrespectful to be speaking to Royal wearing sunglasses. And I was trying to explain to him in English, I'm wearing glasses, and he just kept on take them off. And meanwhile, the ladies, the bride, Fatima, and everyone else had gone ahead of me. So and being the only male, I was now at the back because I, like gentleman that I am, waited for the ladies to go in. So being the last person to want to walk in, and was like, nah, take off your glasses. And I was like, no, I can't see without them. And he was like, take them off. He was gesturing to me in the house. I pointed at me like that. God damn. Okay, I took them off. And I was like, okay, but I can still see, so I got this. So I remember walking up spiral stairs, and I remember getting into his palace when I was in awe because the place was huge. So when we got in there and everything, they showed me where I was supposed to sit and everything. So I just sat down at one corner, but I couldn't get too close to him. So I was able to use the 70 to 200, and I was taking a few pictures of his interaction with the people. It was fun. It was fun. I was like, wow. And his white outfit was just immaculate. It was immaculate. And I remember his shoes his shoes when I looked down, I just like, ooh. I remember seeing these on the Gucci site. I was like, King got some swag. He got some designer swag on. Well, he was looking really nice. He was looking really nice, very well spoken, calm. I'm saying well spoken because and it wasn't like I understood what he was saying because he was speaking to them in Hausa, but his tonation, everything just sounded really calm, like that kind of James Bond vibe and everything. He was really, really calm. And I was like, nice. So this went on for a while, and I remember when it was over, I was waiting. No, let me go back. So I remember taking pictures, and when the whole meet and greet was done and everything, I remember telling one of Fatima's cousins that, please, I'd like to take a selfie with him. And she was like, I was looking at like, okay, let me see. Oh, how do you ask a king for a selfie? But luckily for me, some other women that were there already were taking pictures with him. So being the only man, I just put my hand up. I said, please, can I join in the and that was when I got this picture. It was Fatima's cousin that took a picture of me. It was Fatima's cousin that took a picture of me and the king. So technically, I know this is going to sound cheesy as hell, but the king and I. Young people will have no clue what I'm talking about, but if you're Generation X, everybody knows that movie, The King and I. Although there was a remake in the early 2000s, I think, with Chow Yun Fat, but the original King and I that we know was the lady in Sound of Music, Julie Andrews, and I've forgotten the guy's name, that bald guy. I'm sure young people like everything I said now just went over your heads. Do your research. The King and I, classic movie. So that was how I got this picture, and that was how I had this picture with the king and everything. So that was how I met, and I took a picture of Sanusi. So as I was leaving, I waited for all the ladies to leave and everything. So he said bye and everything, and I was in my mind. I was like, because I think I remember asking Fatima, if I'm not mistaken, that please, when can I see this guy again? That I would love to take pictures of him, but I know he's a busy person. So, and I was like, okay, I came here for a wedding, so I really shouldn't be focused on that. I should be focused on the bride and the bridal party. So I remember as everyone was stepping out and they were leaving, I was just waiting inside again, being the gentleman that I am. I was waiting for everyone to leave. So as they were leaving, I noticed from the corner of my eye that he was walking towards his chair, like his royal chair, and he just sat down. and he was waving at everybody leaving. And when the last person left, it was just technically me and him. And he just sat down, and yeah, he was sitting already, and he was relaxed. He sat down in a very relaxed manner, put his back, and I was stepping out, and I remember something just told me, oh, more now or never. Oh." I remember as I was walking out slowly, I noticed he was looking at me. I said, why is this guy taking his time to leave? I just slowly picked up my 35, and I think it was the A7R2 I was using. The 35 was on the A7R2. I just picked it up like this, and he was looking at me, and I just multiple shots at the same time. And he now had this look of, what are you doing? And next thing I just looked at him, I said, sorry, sir. And I ran out. No, it was because in my mind I said, hey, before they call Palace guard to come and flog me. But in my mind, I knew, I said, I'm sure I got something good. But nothing could have prepared me. Nothing could have prepared me for when I go home and I put it in the computer. Although it was a bit underexposed, but by the time I finished editing, and that's the picture that you are seeing now. That was how I got this picture of Sanusi. And I remember I was like, wow. And I remember the day that I put it up on Instagram. Wow. I should learn more about copyright laws. All the blogs from the north stole that picture. They started putting it up. That. The picture was just, the picture at that time went viral for that time, because I think it was the first time anybody had ever captured that kind of picture of him sitting down. You would see the regular one that he's dressed up and everything, but this one was in his library. It was framed differently. It wasn't anything, and I think till now I haven't seen anyone do anything like that. So it was luck. I got it. It was just, sorry, why did I say luck? I don't even believe in luck. It was God's grace. It was amazing. It was like, at that point in time, it was almost like an angel just had me and said, do it now, take the picture now. And that was how I got this picture. It was an amazing moment for me. But then again, not listening and not appreciating what God gave me at that time, I was not thinking. I still did not understand the gift of photography, the gift that God had given me, because there are some things that we take for granted if you just sit down and you realize that, wait, this thing that you are doing, not everybody can do it. And you are getting amazing shots without even planning. Dude. So for anyone out there, regardless of how silly that you think that your gift was, because at that time I felt ashamed and shy saying I was a photographer. Yeah, it was putting food in my mouth, but I didn't feel as if it was something that I should be proud of, because after all, I had friends that were working in multi-million naira industries. I had friends that were outside the country doing very well, and I was a photographer, so I pushed myself, and I wanted more. I really, really wanted more. I felt as if I wasn't good enough to open my mouth, and I wasn't proud. I wasn't proud to say I was a photographer. But I think one of the moments that was like a turning point for me was when my friend, my broski, Fatima's husband, said something to me. He was introducing me to someone, and he introduced me, and he said, hi, this is my friend, and he's the best photographer in the world. Yeah, we went to a restaurant in Kano. We went to a restaurant in Kano. We went out together, and he saw the owner of the restaurant taking pictures, and he said he just walked up and said, "This is the person that should be taking pictures for you. He's the best photographer in the world." And at that time, I was like, "Wow, Broski, thank you for that. Really, thank you." Anyways, so that was how I got the picture. And years after, at an event, I met the king's son, the prince, and I remember we were talking, and I told him, I said, "Hi, what's up? I met your dad once," and he was like, "Oh, okay." And I said, and I brought out my phone and I showed him the picture, and he was like, "I've been wondering, like, when did my dad take this picture?" Because I've been looking like, who took this picture? So for the longest time, he had been wondering, like, okay, so he now finally met the person that took the picture, and that was how he started following me on Instagram. and that's how he started following me on Instagram. So yeah, the king's son is my friend on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that story. And yeah, I have one other one. I have one other one. Now this one is funny. Obata Joshu. How did I get this picture? And if you notice, the picture is not like the best. It was because of the circumstances that I took this picture. But trust me, I will tell this in the next video. I will tell the story of how I got Obata Joshu's picture. Shadi, thank you. You are the best. Shadi and Lulu, guys, thank you. God bless you. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. It's free. I thank you guys. Love you and God bless.